Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Pre-Market News and Views by In the Money Stocks. Today is Thursday, August 25th, 2011. Let's get right into the charts here. We'll start off with the S&P 500 E-mini futures. They are trading higher by about 3.5 points. Flip-flopping around here, but nonetheless, they are higher this morning. Not by much, but again, the futures are trading up a little bit, and we'll see how this all plays out today. There's a lot to cover, so bear with me here as I go through my little list. First, we have Greek debt, whether it's a 2-year or 10-year. The yields on the Greek debt are soaring. That is a big negative for the markets. However, markets seem to be shrugging it off at this time. If you look at the European markets, they're all trading higher this morning for the most part. Not up by much, but they are trading higher. You got the CACs up about 31 points. The DAX is up 37 points. The FTSE, which is not part of the European Union, is basically flat on the session. So Europe is holding up despite all the negative Greek news, and I believe that the yields on the 2-year are over 23%. So it's just outrageous. But nonetheless, the market seems to be shrugging off any news that deals with Greece. It's going to be when the market has to deal with Italy and Spain. That's when you're going to see the big reactions, and that could be coming soon. Maybe not right away, but it will be down the line in any case. So again, markets holding up despite the negative Greek news today, and we'll see how that plays out. It could be another volatile session there, so you don't want to take anything for granted, despite even though we've had a nice 2-day rally in this market. Okay, a couple of other things to talk about real quick is the China last night. The Shanghai index was up huge. It looks like the Shanghai index was up about 3%, or just under 3%. That is a big, big move. Therefore, you want to watch things like the FXI this morning. Okay, FXI is trading up a little bit. If the market can hold up, this could be a runner. You're also going to watch stocks like Baidu, okay, Chinese ADRs. Baidu's gapping up nicely this morning. Let's take a look at China Unicom. They're not really doing a whole lot, but it had a big day already yesterday. Let's take a look at China Mobile. Yeah, this one's holding steady. Let's take a look at Sina. And I'm just going to go through one more. Yeah, Sina's up a little bit, and we'll take a look at Sohu, which is usually a late runner. Keep an eye on Sohu. Not doing a lot early this morning, so Sohu could be another runner. I'm not sure. It has a lot left in it. It's had a pretty good bounce recently. But if the others start to run, Sohu could be a runner. A lot of times I look at that one, Sohu, in sympathy, and it'll make a move after the other Chinese ADRs. But nonetheless, China was up big last night. The Shanghai index up nearly 3%. You have to take note of that. Okay, all of the other major Asian indexes were up as well. You had the Nikkei up 1.5%. The Hang Seng was up 1.5%. Australia was up over 1%. And then you had the Indian Sensex, which was basically down a little bit. Yeah, down about 0.8%. So that was negative overall by the close. So again, most of Asia rallied last night, and the Shanghai was up big. So we have to watch that and watch the Chinese ADRs this morning. A lot of times when the Shanghai index is up so much, commodity stocks will get a bid. But this is what you must do now. You have to follow the U.S. dollar index. If the U.S. dollar index looks strong, you have to be a little concerned about commodity stocks moving up. Okay, they did catch a bid yesterday. Not a great bid, but a decent bid. Today, the U.S. dollar index is trading down by about 2 pennies. Still holding up very, very well. So if this dollar hangs in there and doesn't retreat, then that could neutralize the commodity move that we're expecting from a strong Asian market. Okay, so again, you got to put a lot of the pieces of the puzzle together, but that's just the way it is sometimes. Now, everybody's talking about this. Everybody should know already. Steve Jobs stepped down from Apple. Apple stock was crushed yesterday. It went down to around $350, bounced. We're trading up around $367 now. Went us a little bit over $370 a little while ago, but Apple stock has rebounded pretty nicely. By some chance, Apple falls. By some chance, you're going to watch this level here, just underneath the 350 area. Say maybe 347, 346. Right in there, there's a ton of support for Apple, so watch that level should the stock get down there. I think there's a lot of support there for a decent bounce. Okay, so keep that on watch. A couple of other stocks here, nothing really major. I did see TiVo this morning gapping up a little bit, so TiVo is making a little bit of a move. Let me take a look. I see another one, Thor. This one's making a Thoratech it's having a little bit of a move, but there's really no volume there to speak of. We have to talk about gold. Okay, gold is the GLD is now trading at 168.46. Yesterday it closed at 171.64. Lot of activity in the GLD today. Okay, what happened is last night after the bell, the CME already raised margin rates. Okay, and we had talked about that happening. If you look at a daily chart here, let me just get rid of these lines. But you'll see we've already come down pretty sharply, and we're going down a little bit lower. There's going to be some support right around, it looks like 167, and that's basically right where we are now. So you can see how 166 is this level is held in the short term, but nonetheless, gold could come under some more pressure today. Now tomorrow you're going to have that famous Bernanke Jackson Hole speech tomorrow morning from the symposium. We'll see how that plays out. I'm really not sure what he's going to say. Most likely he may not say anything. I don't really know how many bullets the Fed has left in their gun, but nonetheless, you have been having a strong Asian market, and that usually will benefit the U.S. markets going forward. So we'll see how that all plays out, but you do have the famous Ben Bernanke Jackson Hole speech tomorrow. That's the speech last year where he hinted at QE2, and many are expecting QE3. I don't personally expect it, but nonetheless, we'll have to see how it plays out. Now, real quick, let's just go back to the futures. It looks like initial weekly jobless claims number is out. The number jumped up 5,000 to 417,000. So that's a pretty terrible number. The markets are not really reacting yet. Still up $2.75 on the futures. But that's an ugly number at this far along in the cycle. But I guess the markets are taking the bad news in stride and moving up. Look at this. So pretty incredible. When markets rally up on bad news, it's usually a positive sign, at least for the short term. But jobless claims up 5,000 to 417,000. Weekly jobless claims for the week ending August 20th. Not a good number, but nonetheless, the market's handling it pretty nicely here so far today, and we'll see how that plays out. Okay? So right now, not a big deal, and that's what I was waiting for, that economic news. So that's our report for today. There's really not a lot there. We've had a real big two-day rally in this market, and we'll see if the market can extend its gains one more day ahead of Ben Bernanke. Maybe later this afternoon, you have to watch. Maybe some traders will take some profits ahead of the Bernanke speech, so you have to watch that as well. Okay, everybody, enjoy your session, your trading day, and have a good one. And those of you in the chat room, I'll see you on the microphone at 9:30. Take care, everybody. Have a great morning.